Yes everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's one, we have a box from LF Audio. I've been super excited for this and I can't wait to show you guys what's inside. Okay, so I've just opened it up. This is my first time looking inside to see what we have. Oh, this looks interesting. Okay, where do we start? So I'm just gonna lay these all out from the packaging. This is so cool, man. Temperature sensor, sick. Let's get this stuff out of the way. I must say it was packaged really well. USB-A to USB-C cable. Damn, look at the size of that. Okay. Good stuff. All right, let's get this all into its places and I'll explain. Okay, cool. Right, we've got everything all laid out and you're probably thinking, what the hell is this? This is LF Audio's new bass controller, wireless bass controller, which means for you home audio guys, he now includes a power adapter, which means if you're like me and you like to bass out in your house, you now have a bass controller, this one right here, that will control the gain going to your amplifier of choice. And you can do it wirelessly rather than you having to manually go up here or you would use a DSP on the computer where you have to bring up the gain. You have this and you can control the bass from anywhere in the house, outside, down the road, anywhere. So I'm going to show you guys how it's done, how you set it up and how you use it. So first thing, let's go over what you get in the box. You get a temperature probe, antenna, power supply adapted to wherever you live, whether it's UK, USA or Europe. You get the actual LF Audio brains, so where everything's controlled from. You get a case, a holder for the bigger case, and then a holder for the actual bass controller itself. And guys, in real life, it just hits different. Nice and tactile, feels great, it's nice and light. Brilliant. On the back, you got the LF Audio logo. Fits nice in the hand. You get a USB-A to USB-C cable. And I'll show you how this holder works. So you just pop it in at the top here. Just align it. And it should go in and you just push it down. And then there you go. It's in. So now you've used the case on the meter, it comes with a bigger holder. So now you can put this in the bigger holder and then this will now go where you want to place it, whether it's in your house or in the car. I probably won't use this for my home audio application because it will just be lounging around my house, you know. But that's pretty cool. And then if you don't want to use the case, you can just use the normal holder that will house just the bass controller by itself. Good stuff. So let's take a look at the actual unit itself. So at the front here, or would this be the front or the back? This would be the front, depending on where you look at it from. Right, so you have bad boy Tiffany style RCAs, nice and rugged. You got where you put the power supply in. Obviously, if you're using this in the car, you wouldn't use this. Obviously, I have a home adapted one, so I'll be unplugging that and I'll be replacing it with this one. On the other side of the unit, you have a button and then where you plug in your antenna, which I'm going to do now. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. There we go. So that will sit like that. Very cool. What we'll do is now is I'm going to plug this all up. I'm going to show you how it's done from the receiver side all the way down to amplifier side. Hook it up temporarily. Probably going to have the controller, so not the controller, the brains sitting on top of the NX for now, temporarily, until I can either tuck it underneath the shelf or mount it to the side where my DSP is, probably underneath there somewhere. And yeah, let's try that. Just a quick note as well, before we get into it. So right now, I just showed you my DSP. So I still can use the DSP because I'm gonna have the connection start right from the exit of the receiver. So it's gonna, instead of going from receiver to DSP, it's going to go receiver into brains, and out of brains into DSP, DSP into PA amplifier. And I'll show you how I do that right now. So we'll plug this in. Nice. Sorry if I let go if the sun's doing me dirty here, but I think for now we'll just place it on top of the box for now, just so everything's in view and you can see where the wires are going. So yeah, I'm gonna now apply power to the unit, let it power up, connect the remote to it, and then I'm gonna then hook up the RCAs to where they need to go. So we won't be needing this adapter here because we have one here, so we can get rid of this one, keep it safe for when I want to use it in the car. And then if I plug this in, we should get power. Perfect. Now let's see if this is going to connect. All right, cool. So the controller has now paired to the brains. That's great. I'm going to hook up the temperature probe as well, this guy right here. And I'm now going to start connecting up the RCAs. So change of plan. I have to put this unit up here for now because I've forgotten that the cabling I did only allowed a short amount of slack from the RCAs leaving. Just enough I can pull these up and plug them in. So you still have to see everything, but just be here instead. So you will be needing an extra set of RCAs, obviously, because mine only came out before, out of the receiver and went straight into DSP, but we've got to now add this into the mix. So I'm going to use the Amazon Basics. Can't lie, these RCAs go hard. They're pretty cool. But yeah, I've got the DSP plugged in. Now I'm going to plug in these RCAs into the pre-outs here. I'm not going to push them all the way because these are a pain to pull out. Yeah, that will do. Cool. Okay, so we're now all hooked up, ready to go. So, what's the meter saying now? Perfect. Right, should we play a tone? Turn on the amp. Let me log into the computer, get a tone going, and let's see what this thing does. So I'll now go into DSP and I can set the gain to 0 now because the controller's doing all the work. I can come out of that and I think we're good to go. So we also have fast mode and normal mode as well. So you've got normal mode, which means when you turn up the gain, it'll go up in a steady increment, like not a lot. So you can ease your way into it. So you see we're getting signal now. And then you've got fast mode, which is like, it has a very, very high increment. Ah, this thing's brilliant, love it. I'm also going to show you the oscilloscope features built into this bass controller. So what we've got on the screen now is 40 Hertz. I've got my receiver set to nothing at the moment. And what we're going to do is I'm going to position you guys right here and I'm going to turn it up and you should see an oscilloscope here and it should tell me when we start to clip and how many volts. So at 5 volt, still not clipping. I say we're starting to clip there, so let's back it off a bit. So yeah, we're at 6 volt. Let's just go down to 6 safely. And that should be clean. Able to switch, there we go. That's pretty good. 6 volt pre-outs on this receiver, damn. Plenty of juice. So the cool thing about this controller as well is it has an auto off feature right there and it will turn off. And when you want to resume, it resumes very quickly. straight away. So you're back in action, which is pretty sick. I love how it's got the temperature. Obviously, when it's in the car, it has the voltage of the of like your electrical system in the car. Right now, mine's just a plug, so it's going to be just a constant 12 volt. Yeah, this thing is brilliant, man. But that wraps up today's video. I think what LF Audio has done with these meters is pretty cool. Even with the whole lineup of what he's doing, the high precision voltmeters, the bass controllers, all of that, it's so cool. And it's good that we have someone that is going the extra mile to make sure we have these cool devices that we can use in our day-to-day lives when we're enjoying the things we love most, which is audio. But yeah, that wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.